Retrodude, yeah! Hello everybody, this is Retrodude here. I want to talk to you about a serious matter of urgency that you guys should be aware of right now. It is getting more inevitably annoying that every generation console has to do this, has to annoy you with these restrictions and limitations of owning digital games. I am not a huge fan of this anymore. I am deadly serious, guys. I'm not going to support PlayStation Now. I'm not going to support the Xbox Game Pass. I'm sorry. But this has to be said. Because Sony now is doing the most stupid boneheaded move I ever witnessed with my own eyes. Basically, Sony is saying, right, we don't believe in backward compatibility on the old consoles, especially including PS3, PSP, and PSP Vita. So, in July 2nd, the PS3 content and the DLC that you owned will be magically gone. Poof! Finished. It'll be annihilated. I do not like this. And also, PSP games, content, goodbye, finished. PSP Vita games, gone, vanished from existence. And this is why I'm now going to support. This is why I'm now going to support physical goods all the way now. All the way. Now, I know there's money issues with preserving games, and I know there's money issues of keeping up on the server. Now, I will say this, guys. I want to tell you guys about the truth about rental, because you're not actually owning these games. You're renting it from a service, right? Especially with Game Pass. The problem I have with Game Pass, right, is, there's one game that you put on the server, right, for a couple of months or years, whatever. And then what happens in that couple of months or years? They're going to have to shove it aside and put another game on that service. It's not worth the money, in my personal opinion. But I know I'm going to get a lot of haters for this, but I don't give a shit. This has to be talked about. I do not like this. Seriously. Because you're going to say to me, well, yeah, but Games Pass is really worth the money. You only have to pay £15 a month. Yeah, £15 a month can add up as well. Come on, think, guys. I know buying physical games is quite expensive, but the good thing is when you're paying 50, 40, 50, 60, whatever quid, you have the ownership of that game. It's yours to keep. You can trade it. It in, get money down in price. You can't do that with digital goods on PSN and Microsoft. I don't know about Steam. Can you do that on Steam? I don't think you can, but this is the thing though. Digital goods is a really bad spell word for preservation is so dead at this point. Now, I'm a huge console fan, by the way. I own a PC rig. I have a PlayStation consoles, and I want to get an Xbox Series X. I support Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony. But however, Sony needs to reconcile of what they're doing, because this is what makes me fearful and really scared in the future. What happens if these games, right, guys? I can't download the Simpsons arcade game again. What happens? What happens to that game? Konami can remove it anytime. I know. This is what happens. And also, what happens if your hard drive fails? That really petrifies me as well. Then you lose the rights, and the CMOS battery would correlate to the server and say, nope, you don't have the rights to play the game anymore. Sorry. Tough luck. That's not fair. That's not fair. I spent so much money on these digital games all throughout the years, and yet you're going to pull the plug? We have to call them out on it. This is not acceptable in this day and age. No wonder people are embracing emulation more now, because they want to celebrate history all the way through. And do you know what really scares me though, guys, is what happens with Mega Man Legacy Collection with Capcom. Capcom probably is going to go like, well, if this game's not making enough sales, we're going to remove it. This is what scares me though, because and same thing with Mega Man Zero Collection. That could be vanished into a couple of years' time with the licenses expire. Why can't they put unlimited license on these games? Would really be good, because more people. And then the problem is, the sales projections could be travesty for if the game doesn't meet their quota. But I'm sorry to say this, but I don't believe in that. I believe if you want to preserve the rights of a video game world, you want to play these old games again because it's good nostalgia value. That's what everyone plays video games for. To collect their thoughts about their great times of playing with their friends and family. And this is what it should be about. It's a celebration of video games. You know, from the artistry to the music to the character building, and also, you know, the graphics engine, and all these things are a great thing to celebrate. But if you're going to take that away from us, Sony, and it's the same for Microsoft, because the Microsoft are going to do this as well. But, you know, and same thing with Nintendo. I will call bullshit. I will say a bad thing about Nintendo that really spoils me as well. Super Mario Bros. 35 is going to be vanished as well this month on March 31st. Now, that it really annoys me because I love that game. And if I can't play it after 31st, why don't you do like a Tetris thing, like packaging? They did that. They should do it with the Mario one. I'm just going to get everything physical. Even if I had to go to limited run games, just buy these digital games through physical, I'm going to do it. I want to support these creative individuals who put gallons effort in their hard work, and they need to be rewarded for it through that physical games alone. I think from now on, I'm just going to buy a couple of digital games, and that's it. I'm not going to keep, because this is the problem with lockdown. This is the thing. We're in lockdown as well, and we can't go out to the shops and buy physical goods. And this is what really annoys me as well. I know you're all going to say, but there's Amazon. You can buy physical games as well. It's not the same thing though. I know, because this is the problem. It's too easy to buy a game that you can't go out of your flat or your house, you know, and just go like download, and then you go, it's on your hard drive. But then, oh no, if it fails as well, then you're gonna have to go to Sony and repair it, and it's a massive headache. It is. It's such a massive headache. This is why I like having a disc and shoving it in and just copying the data over. And this is what really was me too, guys, is what happens with the updates, especially with the PS3 updates from your old games, from your discs. They're probably going to likely be buggy and crash every time now, because this is the thing, you know. I mean, if I want to play Killzone 3 again, you know, that's a really good game, but then if I can't get the updates, it'll be a buggy mess and then it'll crash again. It just spells doom and gloom for our video game hobby, and I wish companies could find a way of preserving our old classic video games, you know, for forever to play them on, instead of having like a time limit on everything. You know, oh, one game is not doing well, let's take it off the shelf. I mean, come on. This is exactly what Disney does as well. It's like they release a couple of old movies from their vault and then they go back in the vault. I'm sick of companies doing this. You should... sure. Yeah. It's just... Can we do something about this problem? If you guys got any suggestions for these companies, let me know. And also, guys, tell me about your experience with this. Do you agree with me on this video subject, or do you disagree of what I have to say about video game preservation on PlayStation, Microsoft, and Nintendo? So let me know in the comments. Alright then, guys. Remember to please like, comment, and subscribe. And as Retrodude says, retro forever. And I'll see you guys in the next Ace video. Take care, guys.